What's going on, guys? The mouth of the Midlands, Liam Cook here, and welcome to a brand new episode number 8 of Coventry United Matchday's exclusive web series, The Sky Blue Diaries, where we attempt to win the Premier League title within 5 seasons with Coventry City on FIFA 17 career mode. Season 1 is now over. We earned ourselves promotion from League 1 via the playoffs, so if you haven't seen episode 7, go ahead and watch that before we get started with season 2 of our journey. The next chapter takes us into the Championship. We're just one step away from the Premier League, but if we're going to push for a second successive promotion, we need reinforcements. Let's take a peek at the deals we pulled off during the summer of 2017 before the first game. I said in episode 7 I was considering selling Jordan Turnbull, and we got a big offer in from fellow Championship side Blackburn Rovers. The former Premier League champions offered us 1.2 million for a player who was disappointed not only in this series but in real life as well. With only 3 centre-backs in the squad, we needed a backup defender, so in comes former Leicester man George Taft in a £400,000 transfer from League 2 Mansfield Town. Now, he won't be a regular starter, but he will be needed if Willis or Harries are unavailable. Ex-Manchester United youngster Tyler Blackett joins from Reading for 1.3 million. A little more than I wanted to pay for him, but he's a highly rated young fullback with bags of potential, as is this man, Blackett's former Manchester United teammate Timothy Fosu-Mensah. We got an absolute bargain for this lad. He's worth £6 million. We got him for a measly 3.5 million. I'm over the moon with this deal. He's young, he's quick, he's strong. I've got a feeling he's going to be one of the stars of the season for us. And of course, we signed 3 players on pre-contract agreements in the January transfer window in season 1. They join up with Coventry now. Wayne Hennessy is our new number 1 goalkeeper. He comes in from Crystal Palace. An old Sky Blue favourite, Cyrus Christie, rejoins from Derby, and Ched Evans adds more star power up front after a free transfer from Chesterfield. With those new additions in mind, here's our starting 11 ahead of our first match. Hennessy is of course our number 1. Christie and Blackett also come straight into the team. Kean Harries and Jordan Willis will be our first choice centre-back pairing. In midfield, we're keeping the faith with Ojo, Jones and McCann. They're joined by Fosu-Mensah in the middle of the park. Up top, the prolific Adam Armstrong is joined by experienced frontman Ched Evans, and on the bench we find Rory Donnelly, last season's top scorer Marvin Sordo, Portuguese winger Ruben Ramirez, regular starters from last season's Maitland-Niles and Big Romana, along with Jordan Moore-Taylor and young goalkeeper Fernando Alonso. So what can we expect from episode 8? We start our Championship campaign away at Preston North End. Then it's a home tie against local rivals Birmingham City in the EFL Cup. Our first league game at the Ricoh Arena sees City welcome recently relegated AFC Bournemouth. Then it's off to Pride Park for Derby away midweek. Brighton are our visitors the following Saturday, and we round off August with Leeds at Ellen Road. We've been waiting 5 long years, but finally the Sky Blues are back in the Championship. The last time Coventry played in the second tier of English football was a heavy defeat at league champions Southampton in May of 2012, and on that day a certain Jordan Willis made his debut. Willis, of course, is now our captain and is the only player from that 2012 squad to remain with the club to this point. We have only one aim this season, that is to gain a second promotion in 2 seasons. We get the job done, we've got 3 seasons to win the Premier League, so let's get stuck in and get this party started. Tyler Black with possession on the left wing. He's got 2 defenders in front of him, so switches right to Chris McCann. Now it's Ched Evans forward to Marvin Sordo, who replaced the injured Adam Armstrong early on, and the substitute is tugged back by Clark in the penalty area, and the referee awards a penalty to Coventry City 3 minutes before half-time. In this situation, we would usually turn to Adam Armstrong, but as I said, he was taken up with an injury after just a couple of minutes and will be out for the rest of the month. A big blow to our chances of 3 points on the opening day, but the new boy Ched Evans will step up and score his first goal for his new club, and he duly converts. Anders Lindegaard rooted to the centre of his goal, and what a way to start his sky blue career for Ched Evans. Now, this is far from a classic match, very few opportunities, very much a battle of midfielders, and with 10 minutes to go, Evans will have another opportunity from the penalty spot as Jody Jones tries to pick up the loose ball in the penalty area. He's taken out by Pearson, and the ref points to the spot for the second time in this match. It will be Evans again to take on Anders Lindegaard from 12 yards. Will it be the same end result? Well, no, it won't. A dreadful miss from Evans, putting it wide of the post. Luckily, it doesn't affect our winning position. We hang on to a 1-0 lead, and the Sky Blues kick off their campaign with a win, but it was far from the perfect start. For the first time this season, the Ricoh Arena is our venue, and just look who are our first visitors to the Ricoh. Yep, it's our old rivals, Birmingham City, in the EFL Cup. Much like last season, I couldn't give a hoot about this competition. You don't get any decent prize money out of it. It's just extra games to tire out your squad. So the kids are going to take point for this one. There are debuts for Fernando Alonso and George Taft. Seri and Page get their first starts of the season. Birmingham have a corner on the left-hand side, swung in by Stewart, nodded away, but only as far as Jacques Magoma takes it on. Low, long-range strike, and an impressive goal for the Blues. An early lead for Birmingham City, but Alonso was very slow to get down there. Could have done a lot better with that one. Kefton Beld storms into the area, halts his run as two City defenders block his path, puts it through to Che Adams, who's held off well by Moore Taylor, forced away from the goal. He still manages to get the cross away, and in acres of space is Jonathan Grounds, and a powerful side volley from close range makes it 2-0. Nothing Alonso could do with that. The defence was too focused on forcing Adams away. And a woeful game is made even worse when a Stewart free kick floats into the area. City failed to clear their lines, enabling Jonathan Spector to unleash a beauty into the top corner. It may have been dodgy defending that gave the defender a chance to strike, but that was a special finish from the former Man United youngster. Final score 3-0 to Birmingham, and Coventry are out of the EFL Cup. Our first home league fixture of the 2017-18 campaign, and it really couldn't have been a tougher game. AFC Bournemouth, relegated from the Premier League, travel to the Midlands with an old favourite of ours. Callum Wilson has been on fire since moving down south in 2014. Injuries have slowed him down somewhat in recent times, but he's still a very dangerous young player, especially in the Championship. Well, our main danger man, Adam Armstrong, is still out through injury, so last season's top scorer, Marvin Sordell, joins Ched Evans up front, while Kyle Spence replaces Shea Ojo in the second change from the 1-0 win at Preston. Harry Arter is caught in possession by Chris McCann, swiftly finds Marvin Sordell. Jody Jones, lovely through ball to Ched Evans in space, takes a touch, fires it low and hard past Ben Foster in the AFC Bournemouth goal. Quick and decisive passing from the Sky Blues and clinical finishing from Evans. 1-0 inside the opening 9 minutes. Deep into the second half of the game, City passing the ball around in their own half, waiting for the right opportunity to break forward. Tyler Blackett with a well-placed ball down the left wing finds substitute George Thomas in acres of space, just about keeps the ball in, sidesteps Andrew Sermon as the Cherries track back. Sordell has been quietly making a run, and Thomas plays him into the box. Sordell's shot well saved by Foster, but Ched Evans is on hand to pick up the pieces. A proper poacher's goal for the big man. He's proving to be a very shrewd signing on our part, and Ched's double seals a big win for the Sky Blues over quite possibly the favourites for promotion. 2 wins from our opening 2 league games. It doesn't get much better than that. Game 4 of this episode takes us to Pride Park. East Midlands meets West Midlands as Derby County host Coventry City in the Championship. An unchanged lineup for the Sky Blues as we take on yet another of our promotion rivals. We've got a full 90 minutes without a goal, and as time ticks on, we've got one last chance. After a frustrating game, Rory Donnelly finds Ruben Ramirez in space on the right-hand side. The Portuguese midfielder has some work to do and sprints ahead. He cuts into the area under pressure from Olsen, tries his luck, saved by Carson, but the rebound is tucked away by Rory Donnelly with literally the last kick of the game. I mean the last kick of the game as well. As soon as the kickoff was taken, After this goal, the referee blew for the full-time whistle. It was a game we dominated, but we just couldn't find a way past Carson until now. You have to give Ramirez credit here. He never gave up. He tried an ambitious attempt at goal. Carson should have held on to that one, but Donnelly was in the right place at the right time, and the latest of late winners gives Coventry all 3 points. After the Derby game, some transfer news to report. 2 Sky Blues midfielders head out on season-long loan deals. Ivor Lawton drops back into League One with Port Vale, and Ainsley Maitland-Niles joins Fulham for the season, while we make an ambitious £3 million bid for Bristol City striker Tammy Abraham. Back to ours for the visit of the Seagulls. It's been a tough old start to the season, hasn't it? In our first 4 games, we've played Bournemouth, Derby and Brighton. Can we seal a 3rd win against a 3rd promotion rival in the first month of the season? Just the one change to the side with Ojo still out injured. Spence continues on the left wing. Stevenson comes into the centre after Maitland-Niles' loan switch to Fulham, and Adam Armstrong could make his return from the bench. Marvin Sordell races away from the Brighton backline, draws the defenders away, allowing Stevenson space. Sordell plays the young midfielder in on goal, and Stevenson makes no mistakes, closing in on the keeper before dispatching a neat finish into the bottom corner. With Maitland-Niles out of the picture and Bigger Romana yet to impress this season, this is Stevenson's chance to shine, and he's grabbed it with both hands. Throwing on the left for City deep into Brighton territory, finds Ben Stevenson. Quickly lays it off to Blackett, over to Fosu Mensah in the midfield, forward to Marvin Sordell, holds off one defender, strides past another, easy save from Stockdale from a rather tame strike by Sordell, but as Stockdale throws the ball to Lewis Dunk, the defender is caught in possession by Ched Evans, and City's top scorer for the season makes Dunk pay for his error. What on earth was Dunk doing there? Just before half-time, the lead is doubled, and that's made my half-time team talk a lot easier. The Sky Blues come out of the dressing room in a fighting mood and grab a 3rd goal shortly after the break. Marvin Sordell plays the ball to Evans on the left wing. The striker dodges a slide challenge from Bruno Saltor, cuts into the penalty area, squares it to Fosu Mensah, who hits the post, but the rebound is popped into an empty net by Marvin Sordell. Stockdale on the floor, nothing he could do. Last season's top scorer finds the net for the first time in the Championship. But a 4th straight league clean sheet is taken away by Dale Stevens, the selfish sod. A cracking passing move between Stevens and Thomas Hemed, midfielder released into the box, and a powerful strike flies past Wayne Hennessy. The first goal the Wales international has conceded in a Coventry shirt, but it won't dampen the mood at the Rico. A comfortable 3-1 win for the Sky Blues against another side expected to challenge at the top. The final game of this episode takes us to Elland Road, but sadly it's a boring 0-0 draw. No chances worthy of making this video. It's the first time in the league this season that we've failed to score, but it's also our 4th clean sheet in 5 league games. So not a bad opening month. Although the end of our gameplay was a little bit dull, deadline day certainly wasn't. We finalised a deal to bring in Tammy Abraham the day before deadline day, as well as a move which saw Lee Burge head to West Ham in part exchange for young Hammers centre-back Reece Oxford. And in the final 24 hours where players can be signed, we made a big-ass acquisition. James Maddison returns to the Sky Blues in a £2.5 million deal, which also saw Reece Charles-Cook head to Carrow Road. Canadian midfielder Jamar Dixon's time at the Sky Blues comes to an end. He joins Portsmouth for just over £250,000. So here is a summary of the players we bought in during the summer transfer window. Ched Evans, Wayne Hennessy and Cyrus Christie all join us on free transfers. Timothy Fosu-Mensah and James Maddison provide very different options in midfield. In defence, Taft, Oxford and Blackett arrive, while Tammy Abraham will battle with the likes of Sordell, Evans and the fit-again Adam Armstrong for a starting place up front. Leaving the club, Burge, Charles Cook, Dixon and Turnbull on permanent deals, while Lawton and Maitland-Niles are loaned out. Before we wrap up this episode, let's take a look at the Championship table for the first time, and it makes for very pleasant reading. Coventry City lead the 2nd division for the first time since 2002, albeit on goal difference ahead of Derby, who have played a game more than us. The Sky Blues win 4 and draw 1 of their opening 5 games, scoring 7 with just 1 goal conceded. A very solid start to the season. And that will do us for today. Thank you for joining us for episode number 8 of the Sky Blue Diaries. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that like button below the video, leave a comment below, subscribe to Coventry United Matchday on YouTube for more exclusive football content, and you can follow us on Twitter at CovMatchday. I've been Liam Cook. I'll see you next time as we write the next chapter of the Sky